Hi, welcome to the sixth and final part of the Spur housing in AutoCAD 2024, or let's say AutoCAD 2025. So let's hide that solid. Yes, and switch to the sketches layer. And I want to create two more points. So let's go for home, draw points. I need 1 point at 0, column 0, column 21, and another one at 0, 0, minus 21. Okay, then I need to recreate the first solid. If I would have done it in a different way, I would have made a copy of the first solid, but I will do this with a revised version of this housing. Okay, somehow it seems I've deleted or moved that original sketch. So let's take a look. Maybe it's on layer 0. A whole lot of lines and sketches. Oh yeah, there you are. That's the original sketch. Let's bring it back to the sketches layer. Okay. Now maybe, just maybe, isolate that. Okay, this needs to be offsetted by 6 millimeters in this direction, that direction, but not in this direction. So I could, of course, explode that. So go for this one, select it, right click, then go for offset 6 millimeter, this one in that direction, doesn't work, why? Okay, 6 millimeter, yes, select it, yes, selected, yes, selected, yes. Now it works, great. And this has to be moved 1 millimeter. So let's do another offset, another 1 millimeter, and in that direction. Okay, now let's trim. Same here. And then here and there. And also over here. Okay. Now let's join those. Join. This one, that one, this one, and that one. Right click. So it should be a polyline. Yes. Maybe isolate the polyline. So go for isolate this one here. And this needs to be extruded. And that distance should be, let me check. So the total length was 100 and, no, not 100, but 85. So I have to subtract 12, which leads to 73, and it should be divided by 2, which makes 36.5. So let's extrude this here by 36.5. 36.5, okay. And then I want to use press pull on this face, and again 36.5. Let's check it with the already existing solid. This seems to be okay. Yeah, maybe go for wireframe. Yes, this looks okay. Let's hide that solid, and I need fillets, and I need, of course, what it's called, taper faces. So maybe first go for taper faces. I want to taper. Let's switch to maybe shader with edges. Yes, go for taper faces. Select this face, that face, this one, and of course that one. Right click, enter, specify the base point. That would be this one here. So maybe go for an end point just to make sure. Yes, and then go in that direction, and again select that end point, and the angle should be 3 degrees, and enter and enter. Yeah, now let's add a fillet with 70-6, that's 64 millimeter. Fillet edge, right click, radius, 64 millimeter on this edge, and of course that edge. Enter, enter, and now 5 millimeter fillets. Right click, radius 5 millimeter on a chain, on that chain here, and on this chain. Enter, enter, and repeat that command. Again, go for a chain. That would be this chain here. Enter, enter. Great. And maybe move this to a different layer, maybe to the solid minus layer. That would be okay. Like that. Great. Okay, let's end the object isolation. Yes. Then hide layer 0. Yes, then I want to deactivate that dynamic UCS, and maybe switch to wireframe. Yes, I need a cylinder here and there. So let's go for cylinder. Select the node as center. Then the diameter should be 80 on this one, and it should go up to a node, maybe up to that node here. I will need a similar cylinder over there, but with a different diameter. So if I select that and go to the properties, I can't, yes, I can change the radius, so I want to make a copy. Or maybe first, yeah, let's do a copy. So go for home, go for copy. Where is it? There you go. Right click. Base point would be that node here. This one. And then put it onto the next node, that one. Then select it and change the diameter or radius to 42.5. Yes. Now I want to isolate those two, this one and that one. Right click, then I wanted to go to node, therefore I need the nodes. I could use press pull and work with value. I want to press pull this one, that would be 72.5, and let's do it with this one as well, again 72.5. Yes. Now let's put those two together. So this one and that one, right click and move both of them to that solid minus layer. And object isolation. Yeah. Okay, now let's select one node and go for select similar if possible. I want to select one node and I don't want to, that's amazing. If I want to select similar elements, right click, select similar, yes, all the nodes. Then select this solid as well and then isolate them. Okay, I need 2 more cylinders or 4 more cylinders. So let's go for another cylinder and go for that node. Where is it? Node. And the diameter, that's 112. Diameter is 112. And it should go up to maybe again that node here. So go for another node. This one here. Okay. Now I want to move that by 21 millimeter. And I will need a copy of this one. So maybe first make the copy. So go for copy this one, right click. Base point would be again the node here. And move it to this node. Okay, now both of them should be moved, so go for this one here, right click, base point would be 0, 0, 0, and obviously that's not here, so let's go for 0, column 0, column 0, and move it to the 21 node. And that would be another node, and that would be this one here, that one. Yes, then I need a copy, so go for copy. So maybe it's better to mirror them. So let's bring back all objects, and I want to mirror those, this one and the other one, so go for mirror this one and that one, right click, and the mirror plane would be of course this one here. No, that looks okay. Now go for another isolation. Let's isolate this one, that one, this one, that one, and this one. Right click. Okay. And now I want to subtract those 4 from this one. So go to subtract, and that's the object, the target. Right click, and these are the tools. Right click. Great. Next I need some fillets. So go for solid, go for fillet edge. Radius should be 10. And that should be on this edge here, on that edge, and on the opposite side as well. So on this edge and that edge. Enter, enter. Great. Now I can't do a fillet with variable radius in AutoCAD. So there's no possibility to do it as in Siemens NX or in the other programs. No chance. So I will do it with a fillet with constant radius. And this goes from 4 to 8, so I will go for 6 mm. Let's go to right click radius, make it 6 mm. Go for a chain, and that would be this chain here. Enter, enter. Great. And let's do the same on the other side. Again, go for that fillet edge. Radius should be the same as before. Go for another chain and select the upper edge and enter, enter. Yeah, that should do. Now let's end the object isolation and hide the sketches. So switch maybe to that. Go for the solid plus layer, yes. But first I will need another extrude with a centered rectangle here, which is 80 by or 30 by 80, and it should start with a 1 mm offset here. Okay, we'll need another rectangular extrude. So let's switch to, switch to the ZX plane, yes, and I need a rectangle. Let's stay on that layer, go for a rectangle which should start at 0, 0, and then it should be 30 by 80, 30 column 80. Now let's move this to maybe isolate it. Okay, go for isolate object. This one here, right click, and it should be moved. Right click, base point should be the mid between 2 points, between this one and that one, and this should be moved to 0, 0, column 1. So let's go for a hashtag 0, column 1. So it should have an offset of 1 mm here. Yes. Now let's bring back all the objects, and I need an extrude. Maybe switch to wireframe, and I need an extrude, I want to extrude this one here, right click, enter, and it should go up to the uppermost node. That would be this node here. Is that okay? I think so. We will see. Let's add fillets. So go for solid fillet edge, right click, radius should be 5 on all 4 edges, right click, enter. Maybe switch to shaded with edges. Is that okay? Yes, seems it's okay. Now let's make a union. So go for union, this one, that one, and of course, oh, I've forgot the last return, so go for another fillet edge. Radius should be 5 on this edge, that edge, and of course this one. Enter, I forgot that second enter, sorry for that. Now I can make a union, this one, that one, this one, and that one. Right click, looks great. Now let's hide those sketches. Bring back that solid and move this solid to the solid plus layer, and maybe make the layer transparent. So this here, go for, let's say 80, so we can check it out. Looks really good. And now I can subtract the orange one from the blue one. So go to subtract, that will be the target, right click, this will be the tool, right click, and I've got my housing, and maybe, just maybe, reset this to 0. Okay. And that's okay. That's interesting. It just keeps the transparency somehow. I go for realistic, and the transparency is gone. Now I will leave all those holes up to you, because I think you can do those holes yourself. And that's it. The final part of the final program, the last in the series, is done. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you liked it. If you did like it, please give it a like or leave a comment. If you want to see more, please give it a like or leave a comment. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That would really help. You could follow me also on GrabCAD, Facebook, X, and especially on LinkedIn Learning. So thanks for watching. See you to the next one. Bye bye.